Hi everyone, Friday night here in East Texas, and we are tracking rain chances into the weekend, but they keep getting lower and lower every time we get new model data in here. Right now we're looking at about a 10 to 20% chance around Tyler, parts of Smith County into South Smith County over toward Longview and Jefferson. It's also about a 20% chance, 30% chance toward Nacogdoches, 40% chance in deep East Texas. So just a couple scattered showers around Saturday. Otherwise, I would go forth with my plans and not really worry about anything getting rained out. Certainly not going to see the heavy rain like we saw earlier down in Nacogdoches, or I should say in Sabine County and around Hemphill. The amount of rainfall over the next 3 days, and this is all confined and tied to tomorrow, it's less than a tenth of an inch, maybe a few hundredths of an inch. That is it. Just a few widely scattered showers through the weekend. Here's future skycast. I'll start this tomorrow morning, 7 o'clock in the morning. Temperatures are on the warmer side. It's going to be muggy. We're going to have tremendous amounts of humidity through the weekend. Not much wind, a little bit, but temps start off in the 70s. By 10 a.m., you can see just a few scattered showers in the area. Back up here to the north toward Sulphur Springs, Mount Pleasant, more sunshine. Deep East Texas, also some sunshine. Just a few clouds kind of coming on through here. Saturday afternoon, there might be just enough leftover energy from the departing storm system that we have a few showers and thunderstorms down toward Lufkin, over toward St. Augustine, maybe around Center, Nacogdoches, where temperatures fall back into the 80s. Otherwise, you're looking at low 90s, 90 to about 93 for the high temperature tomorrow. Sunday morning, warm and muggy, temperatures upper 70s. Sunday afternoon, now we start getting into the hotter part of our 10-day forecast, which I'll show you here in just a second. It's going to get hot next week. Collectively, probably the hottest week we've had so far in 2025. We've had little spurts where we made up to 95, and then like today, we got knocked back down to 89 for a high in Tyler. We were right around 88 over in Longview, and even cooler down in Lufkin, where it was only 84 degrees. Next week, all of us consistently should be in that 95 to 97 degree range. Monday, you can kind of see this taking shape. We have south to southwest winds. There's hardly a cloud in the sky Monday afternoon, so it's going to get pretty warm. So 93 Saturday, 95 on Sunday. By the way, the average high is 95, so right at average Sunday and Monday. Then Tuesday and Wednesday, temperatures are building into the mid to upper 90s. And it's all thanks to this huge ridge, heat dome, whatever you want to call it. It's just air. We have higher heights aloft. So if the air is less dense, you can get an air mass that can stretch all the way up to around 18, maybe 20, 25,000 feet. So all that air piles up. It sinks as it sinks. It compresses. As it compresses, it warms. The end result is you've got a ton of sinking air sitting right over top of East Texas. In addition to that, if they're sinking air, it's hard for clouds to build vertically. So we're likely going to be very sunny, hazy, hot, and humid starting Monday, and that'll last Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. It might break down a little bit Friday, and then it sort of gets reinforced, which I'll show you here at the end of next week. The jet stream winds that I've drawn in here around the ridge of high pressure, if we're going to find thunderstorms, we'll find those out toward Amarillo, up toward Omaha, over towards St. Louis. This is where you could have a nighttime thunderstorm complex form, and then it rides along the ridge. We kind of had this happen earlier this summer, a day or two that we were forecasting some higher temperatures, but we were sitting right on the edge of the ridge, and thunderstorms or little clouds and showers kind of came by and clipped us. That's not going to be the case next week. Since we're firmly underneath this high pressure area, again, likely hardly any clouds. Best chance for a really strong thunderstorm was going to be across the northern United States, Chicago, Washington, New York, Boston, Philadelphia. Those cities will have better chances if you're traveling there for summer vacation or something like that. You might want to take along some rain gear just in case it rains. Otherwise, back here in East Texas, again, as I mentioned, 98 through next Thursday. And then we tack on just a little bit cooler because we could have, again, some tropical moisture that tries to work its way toward East Texas next Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. There are some signals that we have more moisture coming in from near Florida, the Panhandle, moving across the Gulf Coast states and back into East Texas. So a little cooler Saturday, Sunday, but then right back up to about 98 degrees, which brings us to the question of the day. And we invite you to comment below on our YouTube channel and on the Facebook page. How hot is hot? When it's 85 to 90, is that hot for you? Or is it 91 to 95, or the territory where we are headed, 96 to 100 degrees? Or do you like it even hotter than that, 101 or higher? Would you consider that hot? Some of the hardiest East Texans might say 101 or higher. Most of us who've lived around East Texas for a while have felt 96 to 100 on regular days, where it's just been kind of there every summer like that. And then 91 to 95. 95 is average this kind of time of the year. So is 95 hot? Does humidity have a role in that answer? Let us know in the comments below. All right, humidity forecast. It's going to be pretty consistent Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. That's not going anywhere. With that in mind, we throw in the heat, we throw in the humidity. Sunday afternoon, it feels like it's about 103 at Carthage, 103 at Longview, 102 at Palestine. Monday, those feels like temperatures are right back into that same ballpark. 102 at Longview, 102 at Athens, 102 at Mineola, Lufkin also around 102. The criteria for a heat advisory is 105. I'm not sure we'll get there through at least Tuesday. We'll be close, so make sure you're drinking plenty of water, taking those frequent breaks. I got to tell you, I was out earlier today, did a 3-mile walk in the sunlight, direct sunlight, and you start sweating. And if you're working vigorously, sometimes in heat like this, you can sweat out a 2-liter bottle of sweat. That's sweat that's equivalent to a 2-liter bottle of water. So that's why it's so important to keep hydrating throughout being outside or working outside, especially when you have heat index values like this. It goes any higher than that, then the danger from heat can jump up a little bit. Rainfall reports for the month of July. Longview with those thunderstorms last week. Ahead in the gauge. Tyler is behind by about an inch. Some of those showers of thunderstorms last weekend missed Tyler pounds. There are other parts of Tyler and Smith County that got copious amounts of rain. Lufkin's about 1/4 of an inch behind, and for the year, about 9 inches of rainfall. So the rain, the unfortunate rains over the hill country, but we had the rains all the way out into West Texas, and it did really get rid of a lot of drought. There is some extreme drought down in South Texas. Also out here in the Panhandle, some extreme drought. So we have not cleared drought out of the entire state of Texas, despite the rainier July that has unfolded. Grass pollen low today, very low on the weed pollens. The mold spores are considered high. Those numbers should drop as standing water continues to dry up, but the humidity is going to stay high, so that might be kind of a battle there to get rid of some of the mold spores. Temperatures tomorrow afternoon, how about 93 at Jefferson, Marshall, 91 at Gilmer and Longview, 91 at Mineola, 91 at Athens. Isolated shower, but for the most part, it should be a breezy mix of sun and clouds, just kind of humid. Eye on the tropics. So there's our little disturbance. It moved from the Florida, actually it was east of Florida earlier this week, moved across the Panhandle, never really got out into the open water, so it could never get into the water where it was 85 degrees. Kind of hugged the shoreline, went into Louisiana, and now it's just kind of spinning here. It's forecast to spin all the way back into the Tennessee River Valley or middle Mississippi River Valley to the Tennessee River Valley later on next week. So we should stay fairly, I'll say, quiet in the Gulf. Now we come out to the Atlantic, now you got something to look at here. This is a 20% chance of having Dexter form in the next 7 days. We'll see how that goes. Cluster of showers and thunderstorms out here. Does look pretty healthy right now, moving across the Atlantic. This is way out in the Atlantic for July, late July, kind of getting to that time of the season. More likely this starts to occur in August, so a couple weeks ahead there. Here's your Baylor Scott White Texas Spine Joint Hospital 10-day forecast. 93, 30% chance for a scattered shower Saturday. 95 on Sunday and Monday. 96 on Tuesday. 97 Wednesday. 98 Thursday. And then temperatures kind of level off there in the mid-90s. Maybe an isolated shower or thunderstorm in about 8 days. But that is it for rain chances. All right, thanks for watching our weather update here on CBS 19 Plus and our YouTube channel. If you are watching on the YouTube channel, please like, subscribe. If you're watching it on the Facebook page, again, hopefully you might have commented on whether or not how hot is hot. 85 to 90, 91 to 95, 95 to 100, or 101 and higher. What's hot to you? That's the poll of the day. Let us know. Otherwise, have a great Friday night. Hope to see you again at CBS 19 News at 10 o'clock.